Hi, what's up? This is Brian Pfeiffer, the owner of BacheloretteVegas.com, and I'm standing here actually in front of the entrance to Encore Beach. You can see the big lit up Encore sign over here, back in the light, so it's looking good. And Encore Beach is not what I'm going to be talking about today, but I am going to be talking about the monster nightclub that is in the Encore Hotel called XS Nightclub. And XS has been around for quite a long time, guys. We're talking, I think, at the time of this video, maybe 12 years. I know there was a year in there with the cerveza sickness. Things were a little bit off, but for the most part, this club's been going strong for 11, 12 years now, and it's honestly, it's my favorite nightclub. So I'm going to devote this whole video to XS Nightclub. I'm going to talk about all the things that come along with buying a table, getting in, that kind of stuff, so you can really understand what goes on here at XS Nightclub. Again, it's my favorite club, so I'm going to spend a little bit longer than my normal video on this one because it is such an amazing club. I hope the music in the background isn't too loud. I am here standing at the Encore front of Encore Beach, actually, which is right behind me. Through these doors is Encore Beach, and it is lively here, like on a Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then even Thursdays that we're doing here at Encore Beach. But XS is typically open just Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, okay? At one time they were doing a Monday party, but that has since been stopped, and now they're just focusing in on the 3 nights, and it's good, all 3 nights. Fridays are, slam, Saturdays are slam, Sundays are usually pretty darn good, depending on who they book for a DJ. This time of year, I'm filming this in November, it's a little bit light, obviously November, December here is kind of the lighter months, but they do have a great roster of artists here at the Encore. Wynn Nightclub books them. They're the management company that operates 2 venues here. Encore Beach and XS are kind of like sister club and sister club and pool. A lot of the hosts work at both and whatnot. So myself included, I book tables at Encore Beach at night, and then XS. Okay, that's all the same company. Now, just a little history about this place. Steve Wynn used to operate this hotel. He's since stepped down. He's no longer with the Wynn organization anymore. It's now run as a publicly traded company. It's a big operation. They do have a really good booking talent team here. Some of the big hitters they still have on their roster are the Chainsmokers. They have Kygo. They have Alesso. Diplo's one of the big hitters. Trying to think who else. Dylan Francis is doing pretty good. That guy Griffin, he's come on pretty big now. He's actually one of the bigger hitters now. They have RL Grime, and then like tonight they just have kind of a smaller artist, scam artist DJ5. Okay, that's some of the nights they book smaller guys, like on a Sunday if it's not going to be a big weekend or anything. Now they are going to be putting up a hotel directly across the street is Las Vegas Boulevard right over here, and they're actually building right in front of the Trump Tower here. They're going to be building Wynn West. They already started construction on that, so Wynn West is going to have like some kind of walkway or tunnel or something going over to the Wynn, from this Wynn to that Wynn, and I'm certain they're going to put another big pool or nightclub over there, maybe retire something over here, who knows, but I would imagine they're going to have something big going up over there. They're not going to build a brand new hotel and probably not put some kind of new nightclub or some kind of big pool over there, my guess. Okay, so we'll see what happens here in the next couple of years, but for now we're going to focus in on just XS. So let's talk a little bit about getting into this place. They do have like tickets on one area, then they have like a guest list system, which is generally on the other side of the hotel, the other side of the Encore, where they come in through the back, through the outside, and then they have like the table entry. Okay, and they do have an expedited ticket entry, which is kind of like the where some of the tables come in now too. At one time, at the front of XS, they had like an expedited table entry, but lately they haven't been putting that up. So now they just have the one table entry, and then a lot of times I'll bring my customers through the expedited entry, which is more for like the ticket people, but the hosts do run over there and bring tables in through there. So generally for my customers, I'm able to bring them in through the expedited entry, and some nights it's not that slammed in the table area, so I just bring people through there too. As long as I'm going to go through the quickest way and get you guys in as fast as possible when you book a table. Okay, so I book a ton of tables here. This is my #1 venue, personally my favorite venue. I think one of the reasons why this is such a favorite venue of mine, and I've told people this many times, one of the reasons that I enjoy this club so much compared to some of the other clubs is that you're able to like actually have a conversation with somebody inside the club, which is money. And then they also have the outside area, which they have a casino gaming pavilion, which is kind of unique to every other club in Vegas. And then they have an outside bar area, which is very nice in the summer, especially. It's warm. You can talk to people. The music's not too loud. One of the nice things about going to a nightclub, in my opinion, is the social aspect of it. Okay, I like to talk to people. I like to meet girls. I like to meet friends, whatever, and have a conversation conversation with them, where I'm not having to like scream in their ear and like, you know, blow out their eardrums just to talk to them. So that's one thing I think that Access has at like a big club like Omnia or Zook. Some of the competition here, they have that, you know, mega club feel. Don't get me wrong, they're nice clubs, but it's so freaking loud inside, it's hard to have a conversation. All right. Now Omnia does have a terrace outside, so you can actually go outside and have a conversation. But Zook, you're kind of stuck in this loud, you know, big square room, and you can't really talk to anybody. It's hard to have a conversation. So I think that's one of the big secrets of why Access is still going for so long. My personal opinion is it's a great party, it's a great vibe, and you can actually have a conversation. All right. So let's talk a little bit about getting into this place. You know, like I said, you have different options. The guest list is, you know, usually ladies free. Guys are either free or they have to pay some kind of cover if it's a big artist. And then you can buy tickets. Okay, ladies and guys can buy tickets. That's going to be a quicker entry than the guest list typically. And then they have an upgraded ticket, which is like an expedited ticket. That's going to be a very quick entry. You just walk up and just walk right in. But you're going to pay a premium for that. Okay, that's your expedited ticket entry. And then now as far as tables go, okay, like I said, they have a couple of ways to get in. I'll bring you through the fastest way. Obviously, if you book with me, I'll make sure you get well taken care of. And, you know, dress code, guys, this is a very upscale hotel. Wynn is arguably the best hotel, and Wynn Encore is arguably the best hotel on the Strip. Maybe competes with like the Cosmo, the Bellagio, the Aria. Those are like the high-end hotels around here, the Resorts World now. And, you know, you're going to have very nice-looking people here and very upscale, very wealthy people here that stay here typically. So you're going to want to dress the part when you come over here to the Wynn. Okay, make sure you have like, you know, nice shirt, you know, nice jeans, no ripped jeans, no baggy clothes, no athletic gear, no gym shoes. You can wear like the nicer high-end like Yeezys and Louis Vuittons and Louboutin shoes. Those are okay for guys, even though they might kind of look like sneakers, but they're, you know, $1,400 sneakers. Okay, those are okay. All right, so let's get into you know, the fun stuff here. While you're probably watching this video is the bottle service, and as I talk about the bottle service in Access, I'm going to kind of flash up the tables and tell you a little bit about each section. Like I said, this is my number one club, and I'm definitely gonna you know, keep booking a lot of tables here. So I'll look forward to working with you at Access. All right, so let's start with the lowest end in the main room. We'll go from the low to high in the main room, and then we'll go outside after that. All right. Now the first entry level tables are what's called your four top tables. Okay, these tables are generally designed for four top means four people, but you can usually squeeze 6 people on a 4 top table. And there's a couple tables that I book very often, table 310 and table 410, which are also considered 4 top tables, but you can have a group of like even 8 to 10 at those tables because it's a smaller bench, but there's area around it to all hang out. So not everyone's going to be able to sit down at once. You can sit up on the ledge, maybe sit about 5 to 6 people, and then the rest of the people can kind of stand around. But they are in a high traffic area. 310 and 410 face the bar, and almost every weekend, in fact, last night I booked 310. Last weekend I booked 310. Almost every weekend I book either 310 or 410 for one of my customers because they get the price of the 4 top table, and then you can bring a little extra people in, and you get a great table in a high traffic area. Okay, it's great for meeting women, that kind of stuff. Or women if you're meeting guys, vice versa. Okay, so that's your 4 tops. Now there are some couple stripper poles on each side, like kind of like dancer areas, and there are some 4 top tables scattered around those. Generally, those are. I don't book those too often, okay, because they are usually taken by, there's a couple like independent hosting companies that kind of grab those every weekend, and they give them to, you know, one of them is used like for the promoter table and whatnot. But here and there I do book them, so there are some other 4 top tables around the stripper poles on both sides of the venue. Now, the next level up is going to be your back wall table. Okay, the back wall tables are good for, you know, 6 to 8 people can sit. You can bring in 10 on a back wall table, but not everyone's going to be able to sit at once. Okay, so some people are going to have to stand. You can sit up on the ledge. You can maybe fit 8 people if it's women, maybe 9 or 10 if it's all women. Okay, because they're not that big of tables, but they are elevated. You get a nice view of the DJ from the back wall. And, you know, those are like up against the back wall looking at the DJ, okay? So those tables, you know, they can range. Some nights are pretty reasonably priced. On other nights they get ridiculously priced. If the Chainsmokers are here, or, you know, Kygo or Alesso or one of those big DJs is here, they get pretty expensive. All right, so from the back wall then, there's right in front of them, there's a little walkway, and then there's the third row tables. Okay, your third row tables are basically the same size. The small third rows are the same size as the back walls, but they're on floor level, so they're not elevated really above like the lower and upper and lower dance floor. So one of the drawbacks to the third row is you're in a high traffic area. That's one of the pluses. The drawback is it's kind of hard to see the DJs when all the people in the second tier and the dance floor tables are standing up. You're kind of like same level as them, so they're kind of blocking your view a little bit, okay? But they're still good tables. All right, and then there's there's actually 4 what we call big brown tables. These are the large third row tables. When you walk into the club from the entrance of the very front to the right and the left, there's 4 big brown tables, 2 on the right, 2 on the left. And those are actually some of my favorite tables in the club. I really do like those tables for bigger groups. You can have up to like 20 people on those tables, and they're in a high traffic area. You can stand on the ledge and see the DJ. They are, again, floor level, same as the upper and lower dance floor, so the view is a little obstructed when you're standing on floor level, but if you're standing on the ledge, you can see. And they're great for like meeting people because there's tons of traffic behind and in front, and they're just a great table to meet people at. All right, so I really do like those large, big brown tables. Now, in the main horseshoe, if you will, there's the upper dance floor tables and then the lower dance floor tables. Okay, the upper dance floor tables, the 2 in the center are considered like the owner's tables. The one on the left is bigger than the one on the right, but the one on the left used to be called Jesse's table. It used to be Jesse Waits. He used to always have that table, so they used to call it Jesse's table, but now it's just the owner's table. Okay, Steve Wynn would occasionally come in and sit at that table as well. But the right and the left end upper dance floor tables are the largest 2 tables in the club. So if you have a group of like 25, you're going to want one of those big ones on the very end because they're the only 2 tables that can really accommodate up to like 25 people. A couple of the upper dance floor tables really only accommodate maybe 10, 15 people tops, and then the 2 on the end are bigger. They can accommodate more. So then you got your lower dance floor tables. Now the lower dance floor tables are all the same size. Okay, they're exactly the same size. I believe there's 4 on the right, 4 on the left. And the ones in the center are usually, they get a little bit more of a premium for those. Those are the upper and lower dance floor tables. So obviously the best tables arguably in the club are the lower dance floor tables. Some people like the upper dance floor tables because there's more traffic. The lower dance floor is just the people on the dance floor. There's really not a lot of flow down there. Okay, once they get on the dance floor, they kind of just stand there. In the back of the upper dance floor tables, there's a lot of flow. People going back and forth, bathrooms and whatnot. So maybe you can meet more people on the upper dance floor tables than the lower dance floor tables. If you got a self-contained group, you probably want a lower dance floor table. Now, there are some premium tables to the right and to the left of the DJ. Those are like the stage tables, if you will, or DJ booth tables, I think they call them. And those are really popular and they're really expensive. You want to be right next to the DJ, that's kind of considered like a VIP area to the right and the left. And there's usually some high rollers up there and usually a lot of pretty girls to the right and the left of the DJ. Now, behind the DJ, there's also 2 rows of tables that are, one's elevated and then the other one's kind of like a little bit lower, like floor level. And those are considered like stage tables and those are pretty prime as well. The only issue is you're kind of facing the back of the DJ. So on the Friday and Saturday nights, you're actually looking at the DJ's backside, but on Sunday nights when the DJ faces outside for the Nightswim, you're actually right in front of the DJ. So those could be even better tables on Sunday nights. All right. And then you also have some what are called immediate patio tables. I think there's 3 on the right and 3 on the left that can maybe accommodate 10 people. Those are also pretty nice tables. And then there's some smaller like 4-top tables outside that I used to book fairly often, but more often I'm booking the tables inside lately because you're kind of like still considered a VIP and inside on those outside tables, but they're actually facing away from the DJ, facing outside, and they are outside. Okay. But those are pretty good tables as well. That whole area behind the DJ is roped off, and in order to get into that area, you have to have a table. So it's kind of considered like the VIP table area, if you will. It's very popular. Okay. So that's basically like all your prime tables inside and then right around the DJ. Now there's another area that's kind of really considered prime, and that's the that's called the platform. Okay, they have a platform now that bridges the gap between the casino area and the DJ, and that area is also considered prime. Those tables get pretty darn expensive on big DJ nights as well. They get a premium for those. The big issue on that, there's a lot of action out there, but the DJ's facing inside, so you're looking at the DJ's backside. Okay, it is what it is. Those tables are really good, but on Sundays they get rid of the platform, and then that's your like Nightswim party. The Nightswim party is rocking, and the DJ usually faces outside on most Sundays. Now on the big weekends like Memorial Day and Labor Day, sometimes the DJ actually faces inside. You just have to ask me whether they're going to have the DJ. Sometimes they don't even know until the day of how they're going to do the DJ, whether he's going to face inside or outside. Holiday weekends, I would pretty much safely assume the DJ will face inside because that's where your bigger spenders will be. Now, the other tables outside, you have this area in front of the bar called the, I call it the 719 area, table 719. And there's a handful of like really good tables right in front of the bar there that's in a high traffic area. A lot of people like to hang out at that bar on the right when you walk out. And I book those tables a lot in the summer. Okay, you can get them for a couple bottle minimum. You get a nice table in a high traffic area. I really like those tables in the summer. There's also the tables around the pool. Those are called the day beds, the poolside day beds. And those day beds are usually a little bit more expensive than the 719 area because they're bigger and get a little bit better view. You kind of have your own area that's typically roped it off, and then you have to treat your area like a VIP area, if you will. I do like the poolside day beds, especially on the Nightswim. Those are really awesome. Those are the best tables in the club on the poolside day beds on the Nightswim party because you're right next to the pool where there's a ton of action. You got your own VIP area. Sell a ton of those. Now there are some tables, if you're trying to think to best describe it here, if you're on the other side from the main bar outside, there's a row of tables kind of just in the big circle. It's a big circle, if you will, and those are like less prime tables, and then there's an area called the lawn. And those tables are a little bit less money than the 719 area. Typically in the 719 area, you're gonna have to tip to get into that area, and then maybe it's like 1K minimums to get over to that other side or to the get a lawn table, which is kind of out there in what I call no man's land. I really never book tables in the lawn area if I can avoid it. It's not that great of an area personally. Now there are some other tables on the outside area. Of note, there's a couple tables right in front of the gaming area. They're right in the center of the action. Those are really good for Nightswim. Obviously, when the platform's up, those tables are connect right on the edge of the platform that connects the casino to the club. And then then there's also the lower cabanas. Okay, I think I want to say maybe 8 lower cabanas on the right hand side, and those are big and roomy. Those are good for groups of like say 15 or 20 people. The lower cabanas I really do like for the Nightswim party, and they can be pretty good on the regular parties when it's not super hot outside. And then on top of the lower cabanas, there's a row of upper cabanas, and then there's another row of upper cabanas along the main bar outside. Okay, and the upper cabanas don't get sat that often. Now on the Nightswim parties when it's really busy, they'll seat them, and on a really big night like a holiday weekend, Memorial Day, Labor Day, they'll seat the upper cabanas. Okay, so. But not every night can you get an upper cabana. I mean, a lot of times just move them down to lower cabanas or one of the tables on the floor if they don't have enough people to seat the upper cabanas. All right, so the one thing I did forget to mention, like the dress code on the Nightswim party is very, pool. Obviously, you want to dress like in shorts and a tank top is fine. Gym shoes is okay, but you can dress in club because the inside of the club is usually open as well. So a lot of people wear normal club attire on Sunday nights as well. So people ask me, what should I wear? I'm like, well, you can really wear whatever you want. You can wear Nightswim pool attire, like good-looking pool attire, or you can go like club on Sunday nights in the summertime. Okay, the Nightswim typically is open from May till September, and then they just move the party inside on Sundays for the winter. It looks like that's what they're going to do from here on out, hopefully. All right. So, again, I am very, been booking tables at Excess since it opened. We're talking 12 years now. It is my #1 table booking place of all places in Vegas. So my number is above, 773-459-8133. Just hit me up with any questions you have. I do have links below that have the menu pricing, which is really expensive here, by the way. Bottle prices start, I think, at $7.95 and up, so it's not cheap. And then I actually think $7.25 and up now. They pretty much use the holiday menu year-round now. It's kind of funny. And then I do have like a 3D map on my website, so you can go check out, click around, you can actually see the tables and whatnot. You can actually see them kind of in 3D where they actually are and whatnot. So just let me know what you guys are interested in. I do have a table number map as well in the events section where you can see the pricing for the tables, and you can click on there and kind of ask me about specific tables. Now I can't guarantee you typically specific tables, but a lot of times I can get you exactly what you need. Okay. Usually when I say I'm going to get 310 or 410, I get 310 or 410. Okay, because we book a lot of tables here, so we make things happen. All right. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my vlog today on Excess. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel. And I'm looking forward to working with you at Excess Nightclub in the future. Talk soon. I'm Brian Pfeiffer. Bye.